Hello everyone! So today we are going to be talking about the new update for Star Stable with the Connemara. Um, the snow is still active, however, the winter event is now gone. So um, this update is actually very, very small, all things considered. It's basically just the new Connemara. Um, so, I have my opinions about them, but anyway, so let's just do some catch up. There were some deals. They released new coats for existing breeds, such as the Ardent, the Black Forest Horse, the Andalusian, and there was one other. I can't remember what the other one was. But anyway, so they released new colors. Um, so that's cool. They also had a deal where for $90 you would get two horses and yeah, so you'd get two horses as well as the like some tack sets and clothing sets and stuff. So that was interesting. Like those types of deals are very intriguing to me. I'm not gonna spend $90 on that, but it's there. Anyway, so here are the new Conemaras. Now, I'm going to be honest, these colors are so like light. Like I don't like how bright these colors are. Like all of these have I want like a rich color. Like I want a rich bay or a black. Honestly, black. I was waiting for a black one, but there's just not. This is like the richest coat in terms of like contrast and stuff like that. So I do kind of like this one the best, but I'm not a huge fan of dapple grays. Honestly, I was not. I really wanted to get a Connemara, but I have not purchased one just because I don't really like their colors. I don't like them. I think that I'll probably get one when if I don't find one right now that I like, I will probably buy them when they inevitably backfill the colors. So if, like for every horse in this game, basically, they have backfilled new colors to them. Like the Paso Fino, um, these two were backfilled. They were added after the previous Pasos were released. These two Shires are backfilled. The mules don't have a backfill yet, but they do have two that are for the Western event exclusive, um, things like that. So, like the Andalusian now has a backfill. The Frisian Sport Horse. The what else? Criollo, Shire, Ardent, Irish Cob. It doesn't matter. Like you get it. Most horses get backfill colors. Even Mustang, Tennessee Walker, um, Finnish horse, all of those have backfill colors. So I'm kind of gonna wait for that because like none of these colors. I mean, this one's really cute. I like the sooty buckskin. Normally I do like bay roans, but this bay roan is not like there's not enough bay in it for me. It's I don't know. The I don't really like that Palomino. Like if I wanted to compare it to another Palomino, like I like the the sorrel a little better. I like more sorrel. Like this is sorrel, it's not Palomino, but I like that sorrel color more. Um yeah, I like more sorrels than I do Palominos, but like I don't know. I feel like these you are a mule. I feel like the colors are rather underwhelming, but if we ignore the colors and just pay attention to the animations, which are honestly what sells this thing. So, what I do with horses is I make sure to emphasize to Star Stable, you need to highlight the traits that make horses unique. I don't care what it looks like. It could literally be the shrink wrapped gift horse. If you've ever seen any of CC Creation's spoiler videos, sometimes they release little gift wrapped horses so you can't see any spoilers. I would prefer that over some of the horses that we've gotten in this game because they have no personality. The gift wrapped horse has more personality than, say, the Belgian warm blood, right? So these things, in terms of personality, are full of it. So I will say I do like the Conemaras for that. Um, There's their walk, pretty standard walk. I do really like the walk. I like the head bob. That's a good head bob in the walk. That's very nice. Um, the trot, I mean, I don't ride Western or English. I ride whatever saddle I feel like throwing on that day. I am a horsemanship trainer. I do not use bits or whips or spurs. I hate spurs, anything like that. Um, I do not participate in any discipline because I believe that there is a lot of abuse in all disciplines. But I think my riding style does fall more in line. I mean, I've grown up riding English my entire life, but as of recent, I think I have more of like a Western preference when it comes to the head carriage of horses. I like horses that carry their head down. But this head carriage is actually really nice. So if this horse was to bend his head down, you can see this would be parallel with the way the head is facing. So this actually is a really good headset, but this is more of an English headset. So this is definitely more of like an English riding horse, but that headset is super nice compared to the Dutch warm blood, for example. The Dutch warm blood and honestly the Self Rosse have terrible head carriage. Um, the Lope is the same way. Star Stable you need to rename. Also in the this is in German, so it's not the same, but the English version of the news with the Connemaras, it did an apostrophe S, so Star Stable doesn't know how to be grammatically correct and doesn't know how to name horse gates, so at least they're consistent. Um, the Canter is nice. I don't really have anything against that. Honestly, the Gallop is nice. I could see that. Look at the little ears bounce. That's actually really cute. Hang on, let's the little ears bouncing. All right. Yeah, I think it's pretty cute. The thing that I do really like about these guys is this. So, from what I can tell, let's hang on. I was looking at this earlier. I don't know if the buck, when it's doing the dolphin hops, is on a set timer. Now, if it's not, that means that Star Stable um, is now adding a degree of randomness and a chance to what the horse does, which I love because that makes the horse feel more alive. So, for example, for every, as the horse is dolphin hopping, there's a 1 in 5 chance that the horse will perform a buck. That would be super cool because then it's not every single, like, he's going to hop 3 times, buck the fourth one, and then hop and then repeat the pattern. To have a degree of randomness makes it feel more like real life. So let's watch this, and I'm really hoping that there's a degree of randomness, but I don't know if there is. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Oh my God, they do. It's random. Okay. That's that's amazing. Okay, so there is a degree of randomness. That is so amazing. Good job, Star Stable. That's fantastic. Um, now their special animation, I is two things. It's really funny. I love the personality. It bucks and throws the player forward, and the player lands on the neck, and then as he lifts his head up, the person goes back. I have been in this situation before. I was riding my horse bareback, and I like when you own horses for a while, you kind of forget how big and strong they are. My horse is a Percheron quarter horse cross. He's a big boy. He's very strong. And I was riding him bareback and something scared him. It was the neighbor's sheep. He's terrified of sheep. I don't know why. We've gone over, we've seen them. Nothing will end this horse's fear. Um, he got scared of the sheep and he did like a turn on his hind legs and then started running and I'm holding on and then he starts like putting his head down and bucking. So I'm trying to lift his head up and my weight's already over his neck and I'm like I'm just going to slide down his neck. I'm going to land in front of him and he's going to step on me. This is not going to be good. Well, I think someone turned on a tractor somewhere on my property and he heard that and then he threw his head up to listen to that noise and I'm like sitting on his neck and I'm like, "Oh my God, I completely forgot how strong this horse is. I have severely underestimated you." this has been a very funny reminder. And I'm sitting on his neck and I'm like, all right, crisis averted. I sat back on his back, like where you do sit on a horse, like your rear end's here, and then you lock your knees right here, and you have your legs like this, like a Native American. Honestly, this color of this dapple highlights it perfectly. This is where you want to sit if you ride bareback. I don't recommend bareback for a long period of time. It does hurt the horse's back due to poor weight distribution, but for a short ride, sitting right here is perfect because you're not on the lumbar. There is no support right here. You're still within the healthy area. But yeah, and then we kept going along our ride, and the rest of the ride was perfect. But but to see like personality like that, to see you know an animation where there's still some spiciness, and it highlights that to not have a dull horse, to not have a horse that's just a robot with no personality, like these Connemara's are actually fantastic. I do really love them. Um, I just wish there was a color that I liked. Maybe I'll buy this one because I've been staring at it so long. These are the two that I'm between, and kind of this one too, but because this one kind of looks like my mare. My mare doesn't have any white on her at all. Actually, she does. She has a tiny little snip at the bottom of her nose, but let's see. Anyway, so I just decided I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get the one I've been staring at. Ah, staring at something definitely inspires inspires you to fall in love with them. I wasn't in love with them until now. See, player should be sitting a little further forward for my comfort, but whatever. What I want to do now is compare the new Connemara to the old Connemara because they said that the old Connemaras are still in Dundalk. However, um, I think they reduced the price. I just want to see if that price is reduced. I was hoping for black. Honestly, my desired color for a Connemara was black, so maybe they'll backfill them. Let's compare. Okay, so they're like the same size as the older. They're longer, I'd say. They're more filled out, more realistic. They only, wait a minute, they're 810 star coins. Um, that is a lot. I'm hoping that since they updated them, that this one will be less money. I mean, they're still cute. They still hold up as a Gen 3 kind of. That muscle really moves there. What is going on? I mean, they're still cute, but I do appreciate the updated version of them. Other than that, now I have more horses to train. I have so many to train, it's insane. Yeah, so, um, other than the Connemara's, this week has been very dull and boring. Um, I don't think that Star Stable is going to have much. They actually have quests for us. I was reading the road map for Star Stable, and it actually looks really promising. Um, so hopefully, the update on Wednesday next week is going to be enough for me to actually talk about. Um, Other than that, I think that'll be it from me. Um, it's good to be back. It's good to be posting again. So I will be sure to continue on this trend, and I will see you guys next week.